Coming up. There it is. Hi guys, little Jackalope of the Amateur Sleuth Blog here. I can't even talk today. I have, what's this way? She's this way. I have with me Indy, who's one of our summer interns.
Hi guys.
And she'll be joining us as with our playthrough of Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
Yeah.
Okay, so just a few things. If you've noticed in the slideshow that was playing a little bit earlier, we do have a sale party for Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake. The digital download is 50% off just today, Thursday, and Friday in honor of this party. I think I need to switch our cameras.
Yeah, because I keep looking over at you and I'm looking away.
Yeah, see, I'm over here.
I'm like, so should I just fake looking this way?
You could, but then you'd be looking off into the distance.
It's like, yes, hey.
Okay, so tomorrow we'll have it switched. The video is switched. Indy will be joining us, commenting, and etc. with fun little tidbits and remarks, and making, helping me maybe even take notes if in case, and also commenting in response to your feed here. And we see your feed. Am I pointing in the right direction? I'm looking at it over. Actually, I'm looking at it over here, and there's also another version down here. Just to let you know, if you're new to Twitch, there is about a 10-second delay. So I see your comments. We see your comments right away, but it takes like 10 seconds for you guys to hear our response. So just keep commenting, ask questions, help us along with the game. Only keep in mind, please don't give away any spoilers.
Yeah.
That includes who the culprits are for this game and for any other game. And if we're about to do something intense or fascinating or whatever, something is about to happen, don't spoil it. Don't tell us what's going to happen. We'll just watch and see what happens, just for the sake of those who have not played this game before. Also, please keep the chat feed to like a rated PG level, just in case we've got younger fans in the audience, and we just want to keep it appropriate for everyone. Mm-hmm. No spoilers. Yes, thanks you guys. All right. We are going to go for about an hour today. We are going to take a break in about 30 minutes. And let's see, at the end of the feed, at the end of the, wow, I can't talk. At the end of our party today, and at the end of the party tomorrow, and at the end of the party on Friday, we are giving away, Indy, go ahead and show it.
We are giving away 2 Cocoa Kringles along with the Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake strategy guide that you can see right here. So it'll be a surprise who gets it, but someone will get 2 Cocoa Kringles plus the strategy guide.
And that's a total of 6 Cocoa Kringle bars, so 2 per day. And how we're going to give those away is, we did this once before, and it worked great. We are going to have a code word that we are going to be looking for in the chat feed. You don't know what it is. We don't have any clues what it's going to be, but go ahead and just keep communicating with us in the chat feed. Keep commenting, keep writing, keep posting things. It will come up, and someone will probably touch on it.
We had a lot of fun coming up with these words. We thought of some really random ones originally, but then thought, no one would probably ever say this, just having a normal conversation about the game. So, and I will be watching the feed for those words. That way we don't have to go back and scroll through and read the whole thing at the end.
Yeah, and so we'll be on the lookout for that. We're not going to let you know until the very end of today's game through. If we notice that it hasn't even come through in like the last 15, 20 minutes of the game, we'll give some prompts for you guys to discuss with us, like some chat things to talk about. So that way we'll be getting someone to mention that code word. And some of you are curious about the Kindle. We are giving away a Kindle at the end of Friday's gameplay. Now that's going to be a randomly selected person, and it can be from any 3-day participant. So you have to comment at least once in the feed, today, tomorrow, or the next day. You don't have to show up for every single day. We'd love you to show up every single day. But at least one participating comment each day is entered for a random chance to be the randomly selected winner of the Kindle Fire.
So if you don't have a Twitch account, that's completely fine. You can, obviously you're still watching us, but if you want to win any of these prizes, you do have to create a Twitch account. That way you can comment, try and guess the code word in your comments, things like that. And again, however many days you comment on and interact with us, that's kind of when you'll be entered for the Kindle Fire contest.
Yes, exactly. And if you're not around to receive your prize, we'll be private messaging you. So keep a lookout for messages, or even watch the last few minutes of our Twitch feed on our Twitch party on Friday, and it'll be saved. It'll be there. We'll get a hold of you. Don't worry about it. All right.
We do have someone in the audience who has never played this game before. That's always exciting. Yeah,
Yay!
It's Skippy, Nancy, Drew, because I feel like every time we do the Twitch parties, everyone's already played the game, so this will be really fun.
Yay! Awesome. How many of you guys have played this game before? We're going to get going here in just a minute. I've played it a few bajillion times, too, so I kind of have the game memorized.
Yeah. This is one of the games I don't have memorized, but I can still get around the whole forest without the map. Just because when I was younger, I was kind of like, I'm not going to use a map, I don't need a map, and I just would always figure it out however many times it take me to figure it out. There was a lot of times where I'd get lost and do a second chance just to get out of the maze, but now I have that memorized.
Rooftop song, you've played this one the most? Yes. Oh, and if you guys come across any glitches, let us know. If you're having troubles with the feed, refresh your browser. Your browser is Internet Explorer, Chrome, Safari, Firefox, Opera. Just refresh that, and if you're on a mobile device watching and you're still having problems, switch to a computer. Then it'll play a lot better.
Clues and secrets. It's your first time playing the game too. That's going to be fun. They've seen other walkthroughs though.
Oh, I'm so
Hopefully
glad.
ours will kind of keep in par with other walkthroughs you've seen.
All right, who's ready to go on a ghost hunt?
Wrong game.
Right. It's still a ghost.
Yeah, you do have it in your back.
I do have a ghost right here. Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
Do we have someone from Scotland?
Wait, where are you guys all from?
Someone in the Scottish time zone? I just saw people talking about because of the Scottish time zone, so.
Scottish time zone, huh? I don't know. Florida, Illinois. Sheeps, whoa, the feed is
Canada, Nebraska. One of my good friends is from Nebraska, from Omaha. Michigan! Hey, Michigan! My backyard is your border.
To start playing, choose either junior or senior detective.
Aha.
If you're new to adventure games or need some help, choose tutorial.
All right. Now, just
Australia.
we got an issue right
I'll go
there.
get another battery.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
She will be right back. In the meantime, you can see me. Oh, it's hard to see me here. We're going to be playing on Junior. As much as I love to play Senior Detective, we're going to play Junior, but we've got a minor technical difficulty, so we're going to pause for just one moment.
Oh. Should have changed this before we started. I had it charging the whole day and everything. Ugh.
Oh, if we unmuted it, that'd be good too. Okay, we are back. I can't read that, Andrew. Great. Okay, we are working. Yay! Okay, anyways, back to Junior Detective. Is my volume, guys, good?
Yep, they said they can hear you.
Okay, great.
Was that flat sunny? Yes, it was. That was probably one of my favorite contests.
You participated in that, right?
Yes, I did.
Awesome.
Dear Ned, remember Sally McDonald, the woman who took those photos that Dad has up in his office? Well, she just bought a house in Moon Lake, Pennsylvania. A gangster named Mickey Malone built it back in the 20s as his country getaway. We're talking major fixer-upper. Anyway, last night Sally called and she said she desperately needed my detective skills. She refused to say why over the phone. Naturally, I said I'd drive to Moon Lake immediately. But weird things started happening the moment I pulled up. First, this big tree fell down behind my car and has me totally blocked in. And then I discovered that Sally's gone. She left a note that suggested something terrible happens here at night. She's supposed to call me from her car. So here I sit, writing to you while I wait for the phone to ring. It's nighttime, and although part of me is dying to know what frightened Sally away, another part of me is starting to feel a little uneasy. I'll let you know what happens. Ever yours, Nancy.
Okay, raise your hand if you would voluntarily go out here by yourself and stay the night. Would you?
The whole not working bathroom thing is the only thing that's kind of holding me up. Otherwise, I really like camping. I love the woods, that sort of thing. But Nancy Drew fan, you asked me how my summer has been going at HeR Interactive. It's been amazing. I love it so much. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
That's good, because we like having you here.
Yeah.
The phone is ringing. I'm so glad for closed captioning. Hello?
Hello?
Nancy, hi, it's Sally. We have to talk fast because I'm in my car and my cell phone's running low, so we might get cut off. But did you see my note?
Yes, are you all right?
Well, I
No,
one time
I
tried to
feel
see what
awful
would happen
bailing on you
if
like
I just
that. You
never
must
picked
think
it
I'm
up,
such a
and it
fool.
rings for a
I'm just
bit, then
worried
stops,
about you.
and then
What's
rings
wrong?
again.
I couldn't
That's so
stand the thought of
creepy.
spending
Like it
another
stops
night
for
there.
maybe a
I
minute,
knew
and
you
then
were
will
on your
start
way, but it
again.
didn't
It's
help.
not a
I just
continuous
got too
ring like most
scared.
games.
So creepy. Okay. It's so peaceful and quiet here, right?
What's to be scared of? It's so peaceful and
Because you haven't seen
quiet
the ghost
here.
dogs
Just wait
yet.
till it gets dark. Then you'll see. What am I saying? Nancy, you shouldn't be there by yourself either. Why don't you just go get in your car and go home? Or drive to Philadelphia. My aunt's got plenty of room.
One of your trees seems to have other plans for me.
What do you mean?
A tree fell down behind my car just as I was driving up to the house. I'm blocked in.
Oh, the dead maple beside the driveway. Oh, they told me it was in danger of falling over when I had the place inspected. I just never got around to doing anything about it. Listen, call M's Emporium. That's a store on the lake. Emily knows everybody. She'll know who to call if she decides to answer her phone.
It's late. Won't the store be closed?
Where's my brain? Okay, look. I just bought a little outboard motorboat. I haven't used it yet, but the guy who put it in for me said it should run just fine. It's tied up at the dock out front. Just get in it and go. Go anywhere. Just get away from the house.
Arberg, you've got a bunch of Rottweilers yourself?
I saw that too.
That's awesome. Do you like, are they troublemakers or are they sweethearts?
Does anyone else have any dogs? Hopefully no ghost dogs.
You could dress them up as ghosts.
That'd be cute.
I can't just take off in your boat. It's pitch black outside.
Then listen to me. Go around the house and lock all the doors and windows. Do that right now.
I like how
aren't
she
any
doesn't
locks
know
on the
that there are
doors and
no
windows.
locks
What are
on
you
her
so
windows
afraid
or
of?
doors.
The dogs. Dogs. Out of nowhere. They're outside howling and snarling. Teeth and claws. Horrible.
Dogs? Hello? Did you say dogs? Hello?
Okay, I bet you the dogs chewed through the phone wire outside just for fun.
That'd be weird. See, I always just assumed it was on Sally's end.
Were cell phones a big deal in 2002, though? Is it likely that she would have been going through a tunnel?
Well, unless it's a car phone. I remember car phones were a big deal, because even in A John Hughes movie, they have car phones.
Oh, that's right.
What
I
is
can't remember
that?
which one it is, though. If anyone knows what John Hughes movie, they have a car phone.
You're right. Ever since like the 1960s, there's some 1960s movies that have that too.
Is it 16 Candles? Because they take the dad's car, the boy does.
Could be Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
That could be true.
There's no car phone in that car though. I wasn't thinking. We have a mysterious howling outside.
Which I definitely, if I was home alone with no locks, would not be going outside to investigate that.
That's the first thing you do as Nancy Drew.
It's because you're not worried about getting knocked out. You've already been knocked out so many times.
My head is so hard.
I'd better wait until daylight.
You're not allowed to look at the pump until daylight. There's the moon.
Lulu, is that you? That would be fun if it was
Something's
Lulu.
out there.
That's right, it kind of was in the good game.
Now look what you've done.
What did I do?
That was a Strixvaria.
Strixberry.
At least I think it was.
Yeah.
Never know for sure now, will I?
I thought you could only get caught by him if you went out the front. I didn't know you could get caught if you went out the side and walked around.
Yeah, you have to land in just the right spot though.
A Strix what?
Strixvaria. A barred owl.
Oh, it's a
Real hard
owl.
to spot. And it doesn't help that you're out here making more noise
That
than
makes
a
sense for the
jumbo
noise
jet.
he was making.
Yeah, that does make sense.
My name's Nancy Drew. Have you been out here long?
Hardy
Couple
Boys have a car
Name's
phone
Red
in
Knot,
secret
by the
of
way.
the Scarlet Hand.
And now that
Oh,
we've exchanged
yeah.
pleasantries,
Oh, you're
why
right.
don't you
Yeah,
just
Scarlet Hand.
skedaddle on out of here and leave me to my birds?
Ski-daddle out of here.
I'm not going anywhere until I know what's been making those weird noises.
That was me, Miss Nancy Drew, calling in birds.
Nancy Drew.
And doing a pretty good job of it, too, till you showed up. Where'd you come from, anyway?
At least I didn't call you Missy or Girly.
Yeah. Girly is what really gets me. I can't ignore Missy.
I'm staying here in the old Malone place.
Now, why would you want to do a thing like that?
Some people are asking
The
for a
Malone
higher
house is no
volume.
place for one young woman, let alone two.
There's a little bit more.
Is that better, guys?
You've met Sally?
I talked to her a couple of times, but you know, the last time I saw her, she wasn't doing so good. She acted real anxious, scared.
Disney girl. Maybe the wrong dialect.
Did she say what was wrong?
The dogs.
I hate it when people
The
call me
dogs of
woman.
Mickey Malone.
Yeah, that could be a little awkward.
And hauled away, his 4 dogs went running off into the woods and were never seen again. People would just hear them howling like their hearts were broken every night until one by one they all died and went silent. But every time someone tries living in the Malone house, back they come.
What do the dogs do?
Every night, ever since she moved in, you could hear them howling. And some nights the dogs would appear outside the house, running around, snarling and barking and throwing themselves at the doors and windows. And then they'd be gone. They're buried in the cemetery just beyond the house, you know. Them and Malone, both.
Did they ever attack Sally?
She never gave them the chance. After the first attack, she stopped going out at night. Just locked the doors when it got dark and sat tight until morning.
The dogs would attack her house?
It's like they don't want anybody but Malone living there. I guess they don't know he's dead. And so are
I
they.
think someone's trying to guess the code word. They just said torque randomly.
Snarling.
Did she ever call the police?
This isn't New York City, Miss Nancy Drew. All they got around here is one officious little park ranger. And all Jeff Akers does is sit around all day trying to figure out how he can get himself transferred out of here to a bigger park.
Are you a native of Moon Lake?
I just come to Moon Lake in the spring to look for birds. Got an observation platform just up the path, kind of my base camp, and I've got a little outboard down there on the lake. Left my car at the big dock up lake. Don't really need it.
Ooh, real howling.
That's a little creepy.
Are those the ghost dogs?
Yes, ma'am. Which is why I think it would be a good idea if I went my merry way and you got yourself back inside that house. Good luck, Miss Nancy Drew.
I can just picture of him scurrying up his tree fort to try and get away.
Can we follow him?
I've tried that before, and he's not there, so that makes me wonder where he goes.
This must be Red's observation platform.
I'd rather sit here. The dogs can't climb the tree. They could
Yeah.
probably barge through the house.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, I've heard of crazier things happening than dogs and cats figuring out how to open up doors. One time, my grandma and I actually called 911 because we thought her house was being broken into, but it was a raccoon.
Oh.
Because they have little hands that were turning the knob of the door and
It's not safe
banging
to take
on
the
it.
boat out at night.
That was really awkward when the police came and were army crawling out of her house, and then they'd just find a crazy raccoon in her house.
Oh my goodness.
I don't think my family will ever let me live that down.
Oh. Raccoons, they can be smart at times.
Yeah, exactly. Oh. Get in the canoe.
I want a banana. Ooh. Here we go.
This is not good.
That creeped me out when I was a lot younger. Now I'm like, hey dog.
I think it would have creeped me out a lot more if it had claws.
Ah, yeah. Looked like his paws were nicely trimmed.
Yeah. Like someone really cares about him.
Yeah. Except the glowing eye bit. I don't know.
Yeah, that kind of makes you
Question.
question a lot
Leaves
of
that appear
things
on
about
a
life.
spring tree make my birth different from the other three. When swans drift by on shimmering blue, I'm the one who plays in the summer dew. When autumn's call brings out the deer, it is I who howls on mornings clear. And when winter comes and birds take flight, look to me to sleep through the long gray night.
This always reminds me of the the little tapestry poem in
Haunted Mansion.
Message in Haunted Mansion.
Yeah. Which is more memorable. It's easier to remember that one because I guess every time you looked at it, Nancy had to repeat what she was saying.
Yeah, I remember my friends and I were convinced that was going to be, like, had to do something with the ending of the game. Like, that's literally word for word what would happen to where we memorized it and got way too into it.
It's stuck. I need some sandpaper.
Maybe not sandpaper, more like a wrench.
Yeah.
It's stuck.
It's stuck. 'Tis a puzzle. Well, I don't think there's much else we can do in the day. Oh, wait. We haven't really fully explored this yet. Here's the note that Nancy got when she first arrived from Sally to call her. Get well water tested ASAP. Flashlight! Yay! And a map! There's the house. There's a stone pillar, the cemetery. Oh, we have to check that out. A tree stump. We had to mark on the map the tree stump. Very important.
Because it's like within 20 years or however long ago this was written, no other trees are going to be cut down or fall down.
Yeah.
There's only the one.
Just that one. All the trees will stay alive.
And I always wondered if the From Harry to George was a Harry Potter reference.
Ah.
Because I loved Harry Potter so much as a kid. I would have loved anything that kind of went with the theory that the two worlds came together.
North is this way. Okay. You must always look in the sink. I'll take the gloves, because I can. Water's not working.
The other knob's completely missing, so you only get hot water anyway.
Cooler. Bananas. Dead tree cut down. She likes to write a lot of notes to herself.
Yes.
Water!
That's like
That's
me. I'll write a lot of notes, but then probably only half the time actually finish the things that I wrote notes about.
You have a bajillion notes lying around.
Really, and some of them are just random things too. Like one of my notes is get banana from car. Like last week I left my banana in my car.
Oh.
I got the banana, just haven't taken the note down.
AM, PM, or cancel? Well, AM. Click. Pleasant music.
Yes.
Let's investigate. Wow, Nancy, of all things to look at and gaze upon, you find that so fascinating.
Well, because there's missing screws, so
Oh, good point.
could
though.
be sabotage. Even though I don't know what they'd be sabotaging, because...
Nothing's working there either.
Yeah.
I'll take the bucket.
I need a bucket.
I have the bucket. Look, paw print! Paw. Dogs clearly need to drink water. There
Oh,
has
that's
been water
cute.
here, too. Oh, look, paw print. I never noticed those before. Paw print.
See, I've always noticed the ones in the...
On the stone.
Yeah, but never the ones in the dirt.
There's a tree down. Tarp! Sure, I'll take that.
Those look too rotten.
Burn it! Ah, marker. Nice. Oh, we must always unlock.
Nice consistency. It goes with the north-south. The compass matches the map.
That makes sense. I've always wanted to know which direction is Nancy's car. How far did she have to walk to the house?
Really? You've thought about that?
Yeah.
Well, if the tree's down on the other side of her car, she could technically walk to go... Because her car's not...
It's not back that way.
Yeah.
So. Well, now hang on. If the car was back behind the tree...
Yeah, she could just drive
go
out.
and escape.
Because her car would have to be... Her roadster would have to be on our side of the tree to not get out.
Ah, I think we're onto something here. See, your car's not that way either.
Yeah.
A shed.
A face only a gnome could love.
Gnome.
There's your favorite gnome.
Yes. Look, a key. That's always good to have. And an iron. Irons are always good to have too. All this. Are those Professor Hotchkiss's boots?
Oh my gosh, they are.
Are those purple or those like
Those
brown?
look like they're purple. Because the middle part's purple. It just looks like... On her day, too. It's fried chicken day.
That's right.
It was just perfect day to find her boots.
Yes, it is. Was it National or just Fried Chicken Day?
I don't know if...
Just regular fried chicken.
Well, we can go with
It's
that.
locked.
Anyways, fried chicken today. Be sure to eat some and celebrate.
Oh, the key broke off.
Nice going, Nancy. What brand is that? I can't read that.
I can't either. I have broken a key
It's locked.
before, though.
There's got to be another way to get this
It was
open.
not fun.
No. Not when... Not, especially if it's like not your only key or whatever. Oh,
I
I've
had
never been clicked
one other key. Not more, though.
Ooh. What is this? Shall we?
Just gas yourself out there. If you do it enough, is it a second chance?
Maybe.
Do this enough, you'll start seeing Charlotte Thornton. It's not the same type of gas, but...
Kids, don't do this at home.
No, please. Oh, gosh. I didn't know that was a second chance.
Oh, I was hoping for more stars and sparkles and pass out. Anyways. Okay. Oh, wow. It took us way back here.
Do you still have the things in your inventory?
I don't have any of the... I have the water bottle. I don't have the broken key.
That's the one thing. In some of the older games, I'd get nervous and think that I was about to die, so I'd give myself a second chance before I even had a chance to die.
Uh-huh.
And it would send me back so far in some of the
A
games.
face
Oh, dear.
only a gnome could love.
See, that's why it's a good idea to always save your games every once in a while. After you've accomplished something, it's good to save.
Yeah. Like, the worst one was stay tuned for danger. Every time Lillian fired you, I thought, oh my gosh, what?
Oh, the key broke off.
Hey, Charlotte, I was actually just talking about you.
There's got to be another way to get this open.
With a laugh that mirrors something from Curse of Blackmore Manor.
Yeah. No, but every time Lillian fired me, I thought, you know, that's it, the game's over, and I'd give myself a second chance, and it would send me back so far.
Well, that makes sense. Let's save it. What shall we name it? harlot.
Yeah. They're like, behind you.
The ghost. Okay.
Someone wants you to save it as woof, where you don't
Woof.
have the bucket.
Oh, I don't have the bucket. Oh,
Oh!
good catch.
No, that wasn't what they wanted you to save it. They're actually telling us.
Oh, you don't have the...
I thought you were
full of
wanting us
water.
to save the game as you don't have the bucket. I was like, that is a
I need
very
to bail
random
out the boat.
name, but
Good
okay.
catch. Thank you guys for your help. Oops. Although, you know... stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
You can kind
Okay.
of, for a second, see it without it. That's
I guess
cool.
we need to focus on the bucket then.
Yes.
Wait, where's the bucket? Bucket's back
Yeah,
this way.
by the well.
Looks like paw prints.
Good observation, Nancy. There we go. Every last drop. That bucket is amazing. Nice. Always good to put that on.
The spark plug is missing.
What? Oh dear.
The spark plug is missing.
Oh, it's so rusty too. Plus, open, minus, plus.
It took me for the longest time to figure out that that was above there, and I would die all the time.
Oh,
and I
no.
couldn't figure it out. I was like, I have this spark plug. What's wrong?
Wait. Save it real quick. Nothing. Oh. Okay. There's only one way to get help. One person to get help from.
You really only have one other person. Although, if you call Sally, she suggests that you call M's Emporium.
Right. We could try doing that.
I've never called M's Emporium, though. I don't think on the phone.
Yeah, I don't think I have either. Well, maybe I have.
Can you?
I don't remember. She didn't leave me the phone number. Let's try. Nope, we can only call Sally.
Yeah.
You want to try call Sally or?
Yeah. Make for an interesting phone conversation. Modest Mouse, you want a treehouse? I never had a treehouse, did you?
No, I wanted one though. I had a playhouse.
Yeah, I had a playhouse. I don't think I
Hey,
even
Sally,
knew anyone
it's
with a
Nancy.
treehouse.
Nancy, did you see them? Did you see the dogs?
Yes, I did, and I can understand why you left. They were pretty frightening. But if it's okay with you, I'd really like to stay and get to the bottom of whatever's going on. That's why you asked me here in the first place, right?
Yes, but Nancy, are you sure?
Positive. Consider Detective Drew officially on the case.
I wish I were even half the trooper you are, Nancy. I have such high hopes for that house. All the beauty there, the wildlife, all the pictures I was going to take. It would break my heart to have to give it up.
When was the first time you saw the dogs?
I heard them the very first night I was here. I heard them almost every night, howling in the distance. But I didn't actually see them until I'd been here about a week. After that, they started appearing pretty much every other night.
One fun thing is I'm pretty sure this voice actress is the same voice actress who did Quigley.
That would make sense.
Yeah, which is...
should
It's a
look
big
that up.
difference of a voice, but at the same time you can kind of still hear a hint of Quigley in this voice.
Gonna have to look that one up.
When they appeared, did they always do the same thing?
Yes, come to think of it. They always came running up to the house, barking and snarling. They'd lunge at the windows, they'd jump up on the door, they'd run around and bark some more, then they'd run off. What are you getting at?
These attacks seem to involve a lot of choreography, which reinforces my theory that you're not being randomly attacked by a pack of wild dogs, but by dogs who've been trained by someone determined to scare you out of your house at Moon Lake.
Who would want to do that? My closest neighbor lives 2 miles away. My property is surrounded by the state park, but it's off-season, so hardly anybody is in the park. In fact, I bet I talked to a total of 3 people the whole 4 weeks I was at Moon Lake.
Which 3 people?
Let's see, the park ranger, I forget his name, kind of a pain in the neck. Emily Griffin, she's the one who owns that store I told you about. And I ran into this bird watcher a couple of times. Had a funny name.
Red Knot. I've run into him too.
Other than people I may have nodded hello to while getting gas or something, I swear those are the only people I've talked to at Moon Lake.
You got lots to say here.
I can say, yeah.
Ooh, that's a lot to say. Here's a good thing.
Yeah.
How do I go about getting your water tested?
Try the ranger station on the east side of the lake. I've been told you can get some kind of kit there.
Spark plug. That's our one of our big.
Your outboard motorboat is missing a spark plug. Is there one around here by any chance?
I wouldn't know a spark plug if I swallowed one whole. But you need that boat, Nancy. Right now, it's your lifeline. You can't use your car, and believe me, you can't walk anywhere because all the paths around the house end in this thick, horrible brush. You've got to get it
Wow,
fixed.
the speakers are really good if you guys can hear
The
people
bird
talking
watcher,
behind us,
he's
because
got a
they're
boat. Maybe
kind
you
of
could
a ways
borrow his
away.
spark plug or something. Go down the path that's to the right as you look out toward the lake from the house, and you'll eventually see his observation platform. Try him at night.
At
He never
night?
seems to be around during the day.
Good.
Because during the day, he's off trying to find all the birds.
Or you could be sleeping on too. Oh, right, birds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least that's what I would assume.
We have plenty that we could say to her, but we're gonna take a moment and go bug Red Knot.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Now is also a good time for a 5-minute break. So we're gonna save our game and cut back to us real quick. Takes me my camera just a second more. Okay, you guys, we are going to take a 5-minute break. So look at your clocks right now. In about 5 minutes, it's going to be a weird time. See, it's like 4:38 where we are at right now. So, about 4:43, we'll get back to the game. So if you need to grab a snack or whatever, now's your chance.
Mm-hmm.
We will be right back. Alright, you guys, we are back. Grab your snacks and we're gonna get right back into the game here. And here we go. Load. Okay, so we just got off the phone with Sally and she says, go talk to Red. Not about
The spark plug.
the spark plug. Yes, thank you.
I think it's funny because if you play Phantom Venice, Margarita talks about meeting someone at a party named Red something who just talks on and on about birds. And I don't know what's weirder, the fact that he's at an upscale party in Venice or that she at the
moon's
upscale
so
party
bright, I
in
won't
Venice
need
decides
my
to talk to him.
Oh, the random appearances that we
Yeah.
have of our characters. They won't see. The nighttime is so much noisier than the daytime.
Yeah, because of the crickets, I feel like. The old game's lagging.
Well, it's Miss Nancy Drew.
He remembered our name.
Miss Nancy Drew. I always like the Mr. Red Knot.
Does that mean you'd like me to call you Mr. Red Knot?
All right, then. Hello, Nancy.
Nancy.
Now put a muffler on it, would ya? I just heard a cerulean warbler.
Really? Are they rare?
Something tells me they're gonna be with you around.
That's
You
the
didn't come
ultimate
up here to
like
chit-chat,
insult.
did you?
But you're around? My goodness.
Are you out here all by yourself?
I came to see birds, not people. The more people there are in a forest, the fewer birds there are. It's a fact of life. Reason I like to come here is because nobody else does. It's perfect. Not a decent grocery store, restaurant, or motel for miles.
It's isolate. We're gonna jump into a random question for him now, Nancy.
You don't happen to have any spare spark plugs lying around, do you?
What's a pretty young lady like you know about spark plugs?
Purple Chloe, where are you going on vacation?
Enough to know that the engine on Sally's boat is missing one, and that I'm
Ooh,
going to
mint
be
chocolate
stuck here
ice
unless
cream.
and until I replace
That
it.
I
I'm
might
jealous
be
of
able
you.
to help out. After all, I was a Boy Scout. Be prepared.
Be prepared.
You mean you have a spark plug I could buy?
Well, just so happens I've got 2 spark plugs right here in my pocket. Question is, if I give you one, what do I get for it? I don't need cash, but maybe you could take a few pictures for me. Know how to use a digital camera?
Do I know how to use a digital camera? I have a smartphone.
Sure. What would you like me to take pictures of?
Birds, of course. There's a couple of birds I'm supposed to take pictures of for PEPSOB. That's People for the Preservation and Study of Birds. You can recognize them by their songs, which are on this tape, which you can play on my cassette player, which you're gonna have to get from M's Emporium as soon as you get your boat fixed. Think you can handle that?
I know I can.
Here's everything you'll need.
I like how we're missing exactly one spark plug and he has exactly one spark plug. It almost makes me wonder if he just needed an extra spark plug and went and took ours.
He could have just taken ours.
Yeah, no one
M's
would know
Emporium
if
is
Sally
up late on the
gone.
west side.
Yeah.
Not that I'm trying to get you out of my hair or anything.
And he
but
doesn't
try
like
not to come
M's
pestering me
Emporium,
till you're
obviously.
done, okay? One more thing.
So
You smoke?
I think that's the real mystery here. We don't care about the ghost dogs. It's who stole the spark plug.
Or who doesn't like each other the most. Keep
Yeah.
sabotaging each other. This is like the best Nancy Drew quote of all time. One more thing. You smoke?
Only when I'm on fire.
Oh, you're a spunky one, aren't you? Well, these woods may not look it, but they're tinder dry. One lit match, and the best bird habitat on the East Coast will go up in smoke. So watch what you do. Because if anything like that happens, I won't be looking for birds anymore. I'll be looking for you. Watch yourself out there.
I love Bellevue. I do miss my hometown, but I don't know, and I do miss Indiana a little bit, but I'm just so excited to be out here and to be in Washington just because I've known for a while that I eventually wanted to at least, if not move out here, at least live out here for a little bit. And, you know, I really wanted this internship and I applied before and didn't get it. So honestly, I don't miss Indiana that much just because I'm still so excited and so happy to be here, if that makes sense. maybe if I moved out here and was out here for a really long period of time, you know, eventually I would start missing it, but not too much. The only big difference between Washington, like where I'm living, and my hometown is that they have beaches and they have water, but I can't necessarily take a 10-minute walk and go lay out on sandy beaches. That's about the only difference, or the only thing that I miss. And then my cats, I miss my cats. But if you saw my video comparing my hometown to River Heights, you would learn all about my hometown and all about the things that I miss and stuff like that. And that's on the YouTube page under the Summer Intern playlist.
Yeah, it's kind of like an extended vacation for you.
Yeah, it really is. I'm only out here for about 3 months, maybe a little bit longer.
Yeah, you guys have a lot of intern videos up on the YouTube playlist, which is awesome. Show the couple of the things that you made.
These?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sure you guys, I don't know if you saw or not, but I made a video, kind of a how-to video to make a robot puppy craft. This is actually one that I made, little Jackalope.
No birds here.
I did fun colors just because these are the colors that she liked and picked out, so I made her this. And then I also did a Shrinky Dink how-to video. That one was a lot more popular, and I really liked it because fans of our core Nancy Drew PC games can do this craft, as well as fans of our newer app Codes and Clues. And so I made a little Jackalope, can you guys see it, a Shrinky Dink of her.
That's not going to focus now,
Oh, well.
is it?
Well, I'm kind of waving it around. It doesn't look like it's gonna focus, but it's right here. And actually, when I made it, she was out of the office for a while, so I kind of hung it up and hid it amongst all the different knickknacks she has in here.
I found it.
And yeah, I was very anxious to see if she'd find it right away. And I actually made a little smaller thing I saw that you found that just had her name on it.
Yeah, it's
it was
right here.
literally probably the size of my fingernail. So it was really, that one I was expecting her not to find.
Yay! Knickknacks and doodads.
Yeah.
They'd be excellent for making like little phone charms for your
Yeah.
phone, just like from the games.
I really probably JC Wong, so I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I probably did make close to 1 million Shrinky Dinks. I'm not joking at all. It was a nice excuse to do fun crafts at work, so that definitely took up an entire day or two to figure out how to make the video, if you can catch my drift. Finding the number 6 plastic, I think I needed 6, that was actually a lot harder than we thought, because originally there's a little cafe in our office park that had it, but by the time I figured out I wanted to do this craft and figured out that they had the plastic trays, they had switched over vendors and didn't have the trays anymore, so
Sad.
that took a couple trips going to different restaurants and takeout places to try and find it. And it was harder too, especially just because on the West Coast, people seem to be a lot more eco-friendly
be
than
very
in
wrong with this
middle of
engine.
Indiana. Surprising, I know. So instead of all the plastic takeouts that I grew up with having, a lot of it was cardboard. So that's one thing that the Midwest is better at than either of the coasts. It is a lot easier to find plastic, I'd say. I don't know if that's actually a good thing or not.
Plastic. Oops. Keep wanting to close that contraption. Yay, I did it right. M's.
Logan the Burrito. I don't know if they have had a male intern in a while, but I found an old blog from a while ago where it was a guy who was the intern. It wasn't necessarily a HeR Interactive themed blog. It was just like his personal blog, and I randomly found 2 blog posts about it. While you were here, has there ever been?
When I was here, no, we've never had a male intern. The one before me in the game production department, yeah, the one you're talking about, yeah, I think his name was like Brendan. I think he was a game production intern.
Gotcha.
Ooh, who wants live bait? It's only $5 for $4. Want to touch it? Nice.
I like how it makes a perfect S.
How do I get out of here? Buy your fishing license here. Skunk Crossing. In homage to Millie Benson, who actually was a pilot, one of the original writers of the Nancy Drew book. Oh, look at that. Is that a quilt?
Yeah, it looks like it.
That's an interesting
That's
kind
cute
of
with the
quilt.
little fish hook.
Oh, yeah,
and
fish
the
hook.
bubbles.
And the bubbles. I hope that's a can of Sloppy Joe. Emily's Moon Lake Antiques.
Hey there! Welcome to M's Emporium.
I like
I'm
all the
Emily
pictures
Griffin.
of people with fish in the background.
Oh, I need to point this
Hey,
out later.
that, the Neo. I've never noticed that.
Oh,
That
yeah.
is in Danger by Design. You can buy that.
Or,
Right?
possibly, yes. With Final
And
Scene,
the-
the movie posters were up on the theater.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, and there's Brady
And there's
Armstrong.
Brady Armstrong's
Oh my gosh.
Vanishing Destiny.
Brady Armstrong.
know what would
Words
be
cannot
funny?
describe my feelings for Brady Armstrong.
You know what would be hilarious? Is if we could somehow recreate a trailer, like a video trailer
that movie.
of his movie.
That would be atrocious.
We need someone who could dress up in a
Jared?
chicken suit.
Would you rather eat or be chicken? I'm sorry. That was a really fun quiz for me to make just because I thought it was hilarious with having the three people who no one really likes be your mystery dates. And the would you rather be or eat chicken was my favorite question.
Oh, now this is a question right here. Nancy, I need to find someone with a chainsaw.
Let me just put that in my dainty handbag and skip away.
I need to find somebody with a chainsaw, and Sally McDonald suggested I talk to you.
Sally McDonald, huh? You a friend of hers?
Yes, and you look like the chainsaw type.
Yes, my name's Nancy Drew. I'm in town visiting her.
Now what's she doing inviting guests out to that old dump?
But it's fun.
Did you know I saw she's supposed to be like in her late 20s?
Really?
Yeah.
She looks to me like her early 40s, late 30s.
Yeah. That's when I was like, oh my god, I'm almost as old as
Oh.
Emily.
No, she just dresses old. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe a little dark circles under the eyes.
As it turns out, I'm there by myself. The dog scared her off.
I told her. I said, Sally, that old house
It's
is gonna be
rustic,
nothing
not
but
a dump.
trouble. And
Thank
sure
you.
enough,
You
Malone
should be
towns
one of
have
those
come
people
back.
who write
just
real
when we all
estate
thought
ads.
they were finally
Yes.
resting
Vintage.
in peace.
Retro.
I saw on HGTV someone had like a old, I don't know, stove outside and it said rustic outdoor cooking.
Hope you don't electrocute yourself from
Yeah,
your
I was
terrible
like, that's,
wiring.
That's pushing it.
Have you ever seen the dogs?
Nope. Don't want to, neither. Just hearing them howl's bad enough. Scares the bejeebies out of me.
Bejeebies. Scares bejeebies. Your accent scares bejeebies out of me.
Someone said it's because she has a mom haircut. Well, I mean, Nancy has the mom genes, so together.
Right. Hey, this was... Okay, I was about to say this was made in the 90s, but it's not true. It was made in 2001, released
Yeah.
in 2002.
When was the last time they appeared?
Seems like they show up every time somebody buys the place. So the last time would have been 10, 15 years ago.
Strange man prowling.
Strange man prowling.
I caught a strange man prowling around
It makes it
last
seem
night.
so much more
He called
threatening
himself
than it
Red
actually
The
is.
bird watcher. Comes in every so often to stock up on that weirdo food he eats. You know how them tree hugger types are.
Weirdo food. What do you suppose he eats? The live bait?
Crunchy granola. My friend who I mentioned from Omaha, anyone who does yoga, she calls them crunchy, earthy granola people. I don't know why.
It's a snack.
Has he been in the area long?
About as long as those pink-billed warblers and purple-eyed owls he's always chasing have been around.
Yeah.
Couple of months, I guess.
Mr. Knott did me a favor, and in
He eats
return he
protein
asked
bars.
me to
He
pick
eats
up a
moon
cassette
chunk.
player from you.
Moon chunk.
Oh, yeah. I got it right here. Thought maybe the old coot had forgotten he left it here.
I'll take a cassette player. Who still has cassette players? And the ones in your car doesn't count.
I did, except I ruined my. Oh, it was like my favorite one of my favorite Christmas presents, so I could listen to all my books on tape because I was obsessed with books on tape when I was younger.
Yep.
And I wanted to listen to one while I was in the bathtub, and I accidentally went in the bathtub, and I was so nervous to tell my parents that I didn't tell them. Mom's watching, so sorry, Mom. That I didn't tell them for almost 2 years, and it came up on Christmas again 2 years later, and someone made a comment, "Oh, we got you all these books on tape," and I finally broke down and told my dad that I didn't even have a cassette player anymore, and he went out and got it from Walmart, me a new one. So,
What else can I do you for?
sorry that was a long-winded story, but it was like the longest lie I ever kept.
Oh, dear. Let's ask about her antiques.
Where do you find your... achoo!
Bless you. It's all the dust. Sometimes I think it grows on this stuff.
I do digital audiobooks nowadays, too.
I'd like to see her antiques. I feel like I didn't see them that much in the shop.
Well, we do have a stained glass window back there behind her.
Yeah, but the bottles.
Bottles.
You seem to be selling everything under the sun in here.
Best part is, I got most of this stuff for free. See?
Free?
Back in the days of Prohibition, that old Malone place used to be party central. Only way to get to and from back then was by boat. And when those boats dumped, on account of bad weather or bad driving or the feds suddenly showing up, well, everything from diamond necklaces to full bottles of illegal booze sank to the bottom of the lake.
So, it's finders keepers, huh?
That's right. See, recovering objects from the lake bed is illegal. According to Squeaky Wheel Acres, dragging the lake for artifacts was upsetting its delicate eco-balance. So thanks mostly to his constant squawking, the state
Squawking.
banned it.
It would be cool if you could scuba dive and just look at the things, not necessarily take them.
Yeah.
I feel like that could generate some revenue for the park.
That'd be cool.
Gotta get Jeff Akers on that. Chop, chop.
Yeah, bring in people.
Squeaky Wheel Acres?
Jeff Akers, local park ranger. I keep telling him all this stuff washed up on shore. But does that snobby little stickler for rules believe me?
I need to buy something.
You want it? I got it. As long as you pay cash, that is.
Nancy, how do you not travel without money?
She goes halfway across the world with not even $1 to her name, with 0 cents to her name.
Yep. Well, it could be a thing that her dad taught her,
Yeah.
Wherever you go, if you want to make money, you earn it.
Yeah.
But then in the books, she always had plenty of money from her dad, though.
Yeah.
That's just it. I'm running kind of low on cash. Would it be possible to start a line of credit?
My daddy always said, neither a borrower nor a lender be. But I'll tell you what, seeing as how you're a friend of Sally's,
We're a
and seeing
friend.
as how I got some things around here that could use doing, I guess we could work something out. What is it you need?
Do you sell sandpaper by any chance?
I do, but Mr. Birdbrain was in last week and cleaned me out. Said he was tired of that observation platform of his giving him splinters in his hinter regions.
Splinters in his hinter regions.
You could live off of, what was it, Becky? You said you could live off of Scrapple? I've never had that.
Think I could get some from him?
He's your only hope. But you better ask him
Too
for it
hyper, you
quick.
need a back
That
scratcher.
bag is pretty big, and those squares I sold him are pretty small.
Guess I'll see you later.
You betcha.
Those
those are the
bottles.
bottles.
Hey, look, Cocoa Kringles.
Those are giant Cocoa Kringles.
Ooh, they're the large. They're the king size bar.
Those are those are the sharing size. Not even, oh, is that a dog? Little dog in the middle of the two pictures?
But it looks like a puppy.
Yeah, and then the other one is a full-on dog. I bet those were Mickey Malone's.
What's this? Buy a piece of the past. So she said that property was a piece of junk, but yet it was the party central back in the day.
Yeah, and you think just for nostalgia reasons, it would be really expensive if you were going to buy it.
Yeah, this is funny.
By legal means.
By legal means. Oh, goodness.
It's like, you can't arrest me! That's basically what the by legal means is.
Oops. You gotta see this, though. Moon Lake. Come here to Amazon Emporium.
I feel like Moon Cheese should be sponsoring, or the Moon Chunk should be sponsoring Moon Lake.
This was actually one of our marketing managers way back in the day. Her name was Amy. And these are all different people from the team, too, way back then, with photoshopped fish in their hands.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. They just went and posed.
Yep, they posed, and then they photoshopped their own fish in their hands.
Is hers real?
No.
Oh.
I found the file. I should look for it and show you. Yep. But those are our people. Okay, I think we have explored all of this shop at the moment. So now is actually a good place to stop. Save. Save. Okay. Okay,
Lisa,
now
we have thought about doing all the different candies and stuff before, but it'd just be a lot with keeping it in stock, and we're a game company first, so that's why we just like doing the little free giveaways like every now and then for fun.
Yeah. Games are awesome. We're still working on that. But yes, for some computers it works, some it does not. Mm-hmm. Yes, we have a winner that showed up in our feed, what we saw first. So our feed actually is kind of funny. Sometimes people's chat feed, when people post at like the exact same time, someone will show up first on our feed and others will show up first on your feed. The ones that showed up first on our feed is what we're going to count as the winner. So the keyword was
Spark plug.
Spark plug.
There was quite a few of you who were saying that kind of after the spark plug part, which I thought was kind of funny.
But do you want to go ahead and announce who our winner was?
The winner was Nancy Drew 32. So you do get the 2 Cocoa Kringles plus the strategy guide. And I think it might have been you. It might have been another person, but someone was asking for members of the HeR Interactive staff, specifically us, to actually sign the strategy guide before we send it out. So if that's something you want, just, I guess, message us and tell us, and Little Jackalope and I can sign it for you, and we'll send you your Cocoa Kringles right away. Although I do just want to say it is summer. I don't know the temperature, what it's like wherever you live or wherever the Cocoa Kringles may be traveling through. So by the time it gets to you, if it's broken or even a little melted because it's the summer and the heat, I'm really sorry. When I lived in Florida, that would do that to me all the time with the caramel apple suckers. They were always all just melted and gross. Hopefully that won't happen for these Cocoa Kringles, but if it does, we're really sorry.
Yeah. So Nancy Drew 32, if you heard your name called out, if you could private message us, that would be great. If we don't hear from you by tomorrow, we'll find you and we'll private message you because we need your mailing address in order to send it to you, your name and mailing address. Yeah. So thanks you guys for participating today. Our Twitch video will be live on Twitch right away, and within a day it'll be up on YouTube and where it'll stay because Twitch videos, they go away after time. So be sure to spread the news. We're going to be back tomorrow to continue playing, maybe even for a little bit longer tomorrow, because we've been kind of slowly playing today. Yeah. We might extend it a little bit. We'll see how. And
tomorrow I'm taking over the controls, so it'll definitely be something you should watch.
Yes. Indy here is going to be playing the game for the entirety of day 2. So, thanks you guys. You guys have a good night. We will see you tomorrow, and be sure to take advantage of the sale that we have on Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake, which is 50% off for the digital download these 3 days only. So if you don't have it, great. You can go ahead and get it, or you can actually gift it to a friend, too.
And please make sure to check out my vlog series, the summer 2016 Intern, and make sure to check out some other videos by our other marketing intern, Tess. What she put out, that video was really fun, and I kind of got to guest appear in it, so definitely I would suggest watching those if you're least bit interested in me after watching this Twitch stream. That sounds so weird to say.
There's plenty of fun stuff to watch there. And crafts to do, especially if you're bored.
Yes.
All right. You guys have a good night.
Stay sleuthy.
Stay sleuthy.